It is officially day 3 of the reading rush. It is almost 11. I ended up staying up a bit later last night, just editing my vlog. I still have a little bit to do, so I'll probably do that this morning before I read. But before I got into that, I did want to try one of the other vlog challenges that they had set up. So I'm going to attempt to do the second YouTube challenge, which is to match an outfit to a book. Now, I will say, so far as today goes, I mentioned in my last vlog that I was really itching to pick up one of my other 2 books, and I actually put a poll out on Twitter, which I think regardless of the results that I actually got, I probably would have picked whichever book that I wanted, just because, you know, once you ask somebody the question, it is when they choose that you then finally know which one you actually wanted in the first place. But my Twitter results were consistent with the book that I wanted to read anyways. So today I'm going to be focusing on the Seep, and if I finish the Seep or I end up kind of wanting a little bit of a break from it, I'm going to be reading Queering the Stage as well. So my day 2 video is exporting. I kind of want to do the book tag that they put out, that's based on like running or exercise. So I may film that today. So far as today goes, I plan on participating in Quarantine Pages, which starts at 2 o'clock my time. So I've got about an hour until that, and then I've got therapy at 4. Which is over the phone, thankfully. And sometime after that, I'm going to go grocery shopping. So I think right now, I'm going to try to plan the video. If I have enough time, I'll also shoot it. Shooting a video, depending on what it is, though, takes at least a half an hour. So we'll see if I can get to that before grocery shopping. Alright, so I have picked all of my books out for the tag, and it is 1:12, so I do think that I have enough time to film. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll get back with you when Quarantine Pages is starting up. So, a quick update. After I did Quarantine Pages, I got to page 69 of the Seep. After that, I ended up going to therapy, and that was good. After that, I watched some videos, actually cooked food, used my oven for something not pre-made. Well, something pre-made and something not pre-made. I had roasted veggies and also veggie dogs. Not that that matters too terribly much. I didn't end up going shopping, but I'm probably going to do it tomorrow. It ended up raining some today. Now I'm going to join Sage's read-in. Sage Reads is doing a read-in with the Reading Rush. I'm not in Portland, but I want to read along with them, and it's perfect timing because I was gonna sit and read anyways, and reading with company is fun. So I'm gonna do that and then check back in. I just finished the read-in with Sage Reads and a bunch of other people who were all really awesome. I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed getting to hear what other people read, and we had a little bit of discussion about some other stuff too. But I ended up getting to page 99 of the Seep. I realize I haven't really talked a whole lot about it, but I kind of want to get through it before saying a whole lot. It's also kind of hard to talk about without spoiling things. But overall, I really like how it's written. I like the fact that, you know, it's sci-fi and there are these really neat elements, but it's still character focused. There's also a whole lot of symbolism in it. I really love that the like the world building, also the events, but all of it is a really good vehicle for talking about certain social issues. And I guess that's really the benefit of utopias or dystopias in general. But I thought that some of the conversations that were happening in this book are really cool. There's also a lot of questions about like what is like mortality and almost like what is humanity as well. But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some emotional stuff. Who would have guessed? So there's this one part, and the main character has gone to this place, and this girl ended up drawing a couple of tarot cards about her. And one of the things that this person says, she says, interrogate the depths of your sadness or you'll drown. So that was really intense, and that also made me feel kind of called out. And then the next scene, literally at the end of the page, so the quote is up here, the new scene starts down here. So she walks past this woman who's crying and eating out of a bucket of live fish, like really small fish. So she goes up to her and asks how she is, and the woman says, I'm very, very sad. Would you like to talk about it? Sure, she said, wiping her nose. I'm just so sad about the death of all these little fishies. They just don't stand a chance. And that speaks to me in like multiple layers, because she's causing her sadness by her actions. She's also being really introspective and looking at this problem that she's causing, but then she's not stopping the actions. And not only is she not stopping them, but towards the beginning, they talk a little bit about the emotional impact of the Seep. And so with this scene, it almost seems like this woman is like ruminating on sadness just for the sake of it. And I think in general, people tend to do that. Not specifically with sadness. I think it happens with anger a lot of the times, where people will get angry just for the sake of getting angry, and kind of facilitate that. But I think a lot of people, both intentionally and unintentionally, and sometimes where those things overlap, will do that to themselves. I don't know. I've got a lot of thoughts, and I'm interested to see where this is going to go. She's kind of on a quest to find a couple of people. There's a little bit of like revenge kind of put in there, but honestly, she makes this plan when she's drunk, so I'm not totally convinced that she's actually going to go through with the plans that she has, but I'm really excited for the rest of this book. I am back, slightly scarier than before. I actually don't know if you can even see it. I apparently have face mask on my eyelash. Let's hope that doesn't get in my eye. I decided to do a face mask because why not? So while this sets, I'm going to be reading. Obviously I don't have my glasses on. I have a hard time seeing far away. I also have terrible depth perception. I don't need to see far away or have depth perception really to read. So I'm going to chill out for 10 minutes, read some more of the Seep, and then take this crap off my face. I'm back without a face mask. I think I'm going to have some ice cream. This is coconut milk ice cream that's cookie dough. I eat mostly plant-based, so I don't have any dairy. If I were to eat regular dairy ice cream, I would not want to know what my stomach would do at this point. So I'm going to have this. I would eat this and read at the same time, but I am notoriously messy, so I'm just not going to tempt fate with that. So I think what I'm going to do is have my ice cream and watch a little bit of BookTube, and then go back to reading after that. So I finished the Seep. Do you ever finish a book and then it's like hard to wrap your head around real life? Like, damn. I don't have words. But this was incredible. I love a good character, a complex character, and great themes. And holy shit. Do you know what to do with this, Tonks? There's just so much that can be unpacked. I mean, this book, I think it's pretty clear from the description that it's talking about grief. And it talks about change and personal growth, as well as human emotions in general. I don't think that I can put together a coherent thought that effectively talks about the scope of this book. It was deep and emotional and disorienting, but also somehow extremely relatable on an emotional level. I feel like I need to reread this to really get everything out of it. There's a high chance that you'll be seeing me reading this again in August or September. I just don't know what to do with myself. It is like 1 a.m., so I need to go to bed. We'll see if that happens, but regardless, I'll see y'all in the morning.